Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Third Rail Thursday. My name is Tim. This is They Make It Like That, and it's Third Rail Thursday. We're just going to take a minute to wait for people to come in. I feel like I'm organized this week, but I'm not 100% sure. I might not be. We have a couple early birds. We have Go Via or Go Home. Welcome, Chris. How's it going? It's been a long time. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like minutes. We also have Dwight. How's it going, Dwight? Promptly here as the second in the chat. I like it. K-Town Rail fan, good evening. Got a warning saying that I don't have enough video to maintain smooth streaming. How's it going out there? Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Is everything okay? Just take a minute for some people to join the chat. Can you guys believe that it's June already? It's insane. I can't. I just can't. I was not ready for June yet. But it's here. If you guys haven't seen, Chris just posted a layout update. He's got a monthly update that he puts up monthly. The theme of tonight is redundancy, if you hadn't noticed. But yeah, he put up a layout update. Things are looking nice over there. And Chris, if you're listening, maybe you should bring that scrapyard building with you this weekend, so I can do some work on it and send it back to you, if you know what I'm saying. Highland Husky Mooch Squad. Hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. All of that fun stuff. So if you guys couldn't tell from the title, it's Father's Day coming up, and I thought that I would treat myself to a Father's Day present to myself in the form of graffitiing a car that I already own. This is a Union Pacific refrigerator car in N scale. You've seen me graffiti one of these before if you watch my channel regularly. I did a video a few months back now. Chris says it's super long, so it would be a jerk to ship. Just come back and get it. Gas is cheap. It's no big deal. Yeah. So I have this Union Pacific refrigerator car. It's the perfect candidate because it's flat, it's white, it's big, and lots of real estate. So we're gonna get started on that. That's as far as my plan has gotten me. And if you guys know my live streams, I don't normally have a plan at all. Like, I'm usually making it up as I go along. So this week is a bit of a treat because I actually know what I'm gonna do. But my plan stops there because I have so far a blank screen. Blank page. The thing is, I'm gonna do my kids' names, but I know how to spell my kids' names. But as far as what the graffiti is gonna look like, I have no idea. Like, not even slightly. So we're gonna figure that out. Is this picture-in-picture work? Yes, it does. I have a different, ooh, that's awkward. I got a different top-down camera this week, so I'm testing it out. So there might be a few glitches here and there. We're gonna see if this camera stands the test of time, and if so, then it will be my top-down camera for the foreseeable future. Oh, sorry. So it looks like Kevin is in the chat. Hello, Kevin. And Jackie's in the chat. Hello, Jackie. The usual Thursday night crew. I like it. If you guys have any railroad friends that have never heard of Third Rail Thursday, please feel free to share the link and get as many people into the chat as we can. Let's grow the model railroad community together. That sounds super sappy, but I like it. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I was doing some doodling before, so I'm gonna see if I can pull some of that stuff up. Yeah, I'm drinking bubbly because I like the carbonation, but I'm trying to cut back on sugar, etc. I didn't like it at first. It tasted like when your foot's asleep, but I've gotten used to it, and I actually quite like it now. So it's kind of my new obsession when it comes to beverages. Yeah, the apple one is, I think, for a limited time. This stream is now officially a stream about bubbly. So, yeah. We're not going to talk about trains at all. We're just going to talk about bubbly. But have you tried the apple one? It's really, really good. Eminem Rail says he's a cherry guy, keeping right along with the theme of talking about bubbly. Everyone, put your favorite flavor of bubbly in the chat. Oh, and also, hi, Eminem Rails. Hi, Mark. Give it up for Mark of Eminem Rails. Live and in person on Saturday in Tillsonburg, Ontario. You could meet him. Sorry. So I think pretty much everyone that's in the chat. Yes, Kevin, it tastes like when your foot's asleep. You know that tingly feeling? That's what unflavored sparkling water tastes like. But these ones are flavored, so it's actually kind of nice. I don't know if you guys can see I usually sketch pretty light, but I can try and get a little more exaggerated with my lines. So as I said, I'm gonna do a Father's Day themed car for myself as a Father's Day gift for myself. I have 3 kids under 4. That's right. Yeah. Need I say more? You've met a couple of them if you've watched my channel enough. My son Teo has been on a few times to talk about his Hot Wheels collection. No brim? Is there no brim? Were you seeing a brim, Dwight? Let me know. I can adjust. But yeah, my son has been on here a couple times talking about his Hot Wheels. My daughter made a cameo. My youngest daughter made a cameo last week on GVO After Dark. You haven't met my middle daughter yet, I don't think. But anyway, I'm just going to do my kids' names on this Union Pacific refrigerator car. Heath, how's it going? Eminem Rails, have you never met Go Via or Go Home even though you sit next to him? No, though. See, Eminem Rails, Go Via or Go Home, and DaveCo are all from Ottawa. So they're friends. I'm the outcast out here in the Greater Toronto area. And yeah. I've never met Mark in person. I've met Chris. I did a video of his layout last summer. But I've never met Mark. Chris said, hey, Mark, do you want to meet Tim? He's coming over to film my layout. And Mark said, no, I'm good. I'd rather not. I'm just kidding. That's not what happened. If I knew I was going to do a car with my kids' names on it, I probably would have given them all 3-letter names. So that's Teo. Teo's done. And we're going to move on to the next child in the lineup. Mark says word for word. Yeah, that's exactly how it went down. You just said, no, I'm good. It's all right. Wigwag Workshop. How's it going, Wigwag Workshop? Happy Thursday. Heath says it's not too late to change my kids' names. I'm not going to do that. For one, my wife is in the next room, and I think she can hear me. And she'd probably put a stop to that pretty quick. And number two, I don't want to, because I like my kids' names. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this one now. Can I zoom this out? Can you guys still see that okay? Okay, I'm catching up on the chat here. Mark says that Mark says we should combine their names and call them Tattleade. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pass. He says on the next episode of Couch Mom Club, when your husband changes your kids' names without telling you. Yeah, that's gonna turn into a whole soap opera, I'm pretty sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and pass. That's funny though. And Mark, Tattleade only covers two of my kids' names, because we have Noel in the mix as well, which apparently you can't see. There we go. Yeah, if you're uninitiated on my channel, Couch Mom Club is the name of my wife's YouTube channel. So that's why Heath was shouting her out there. Thank you, Heath. I think my wife is in earshot. Melissa, can you hear me? These guys are asking if we can change the name of our kids to suit my graffiti style. No? Okay. I didn't think she'd be on board, but for argument's sake, I thought I would ask. Wigwag says that you're 5 hours from OVR in Ohio. Yeah, that's a little far. So it's looking like you're not going to be there on June 4th. Why do I can stop saying June 4th now. I can say Saturday. That's pretty exciting. Which one is the picture-in-picture that works? That one works. Okay. And then let's do this one again. That'll work. Can you guys see that one okay? So that'll be the second one. Yeah, that'll work. Awesome. All right. Mark is trying so hard to combine all three kids' names into one. Let me know if that works out for you. Okay, and then we have so yeah, like I said, I'm sure you guys all are in the loop as far as what's happening on Saturday, why we keep referencing Saturday. How many of you are coming? Can I just hear in the chat if you're on your way there, or if you're gonna be on your way there? Let's do a little attendance. If you're gonna be there, say present. And if you're not going to be there, what's wrong with you? So we got Eminem Rails on his way. We all knew that. That's exciting. Heath, unfortunately, will not be there. Heath, you're from far. I get that. I know that getting across the border is probably nigh on impossible. Let me see if I have enough room to put... I should have spaced this out a little better on my page. But let's try and get Adelaide on the same page. I didn't plan this at all as far as the spacing on the page is concerned, but that's fine. This is all just to see what I'm actually going to do when I get to the car. John Train is going to be there. All right. Flea Market Open House in Brighton. I think, Kevin, is that where you're going as well? Brighton or Belleville? I can't remember what you had said. Sorry to just shout your business out over the internet. Dwight, are you asking how far it is for me to go to Otter Valley? Because for me, I think it's about an hour and a half, if I'm not mistaken. I've honestly never been. I mean, I can look it up if you guys are curious. Yeah, Kevin, you're headed to Brighton as well. That's cool. Let me just look it up real quick on the map. Otter Valley. Hour and a half. It says an hour and 34 minutes, but that's right now, so that's after rush hour. I don't know what it's going to be like on a Saturday morning. Yeah, we've got Mark and Chris both coming from the Ottawa area, so that's, yeah, looking like about 7 hours, 8 hours. No wonder you guys are coming out on the Friday. Where are you coming in from, Highland Husky? if I do that. Can you guys see a little better? Heath says it's an 8-hour and 35-minute drive from New York City to Otter Valley. That's soft. You can do that. Leave now. Get a head start. Okay, so that's looking like something. Can you guys see that okay on the screen? So you guys have we have a few local guys in the chat. So we got Highland Husky is only 45 minutes away, and John Train is only 30 minutes away. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Saturday. Is that what I can take from that? All right, so there we have it. Dwight says you still haven't seen Brim. You know what that means, Dwight? That means I'm getting better at doing live streams. And it's also a nice segue into talking about these hats. Sterling Society hats. These hats are from a company that is one of my favorite companies. A good friend of mine is the owner and sole proprietor of this organization called Sterling Society, and these hats are great. I really like them. They're really cool. They support Canadian businesses. They support Ontario. It's showing off where I'm from, all of those nice things. And for a while there, when they decided to try and change our license plate, they were retro. But now that those license plates are back, they fit right in. But I am going to be raffling off a Sterling Society hat at Otter Valley on Saturday. And if you are subscribed to the four of us, They Make It Like That, Go VR, Go Home, M&M Rails, and DaveCo, you will automatically be entered into the raffle. And if you'd like more entries, all you have to do is provide cars for me to graffiti. So the more cars you give me to graffiti, the more chances you have to win a hat. And that's my little spiel. And also my commissioned work is going to be my commissioned work is, let me say that from the start. Hang on. Also, my commissioned work is going to be 20% off for that one day only. I got it on the second try. Okay. So here we have my three kids, Teo, Noel, Adelaide. And let's get started. Let's put them on a car, shall we? Okay, what do we got here? Heath says, I am learning I should never try this. And then we've got Jason. Hey, Jason. I did not even see you come in. Welcome. Jason is a new friend. I just did one of his cars. So if you hadn't seen that video, go check it out. It was a lot of fun. fantastic car. Turned out good, in my humble opinion. And Jason says, Heath, why do you think I sent one of my cars? Well, because they make it like that. Alright, what are we going to do here? Let's put this up here. Yes, that's right. Dave is going to be raffling off his 1973 Mercury Cougar on Saturday. So if you guys don't want to miss that, you should definitely be at Otter Valley on Saturday. I don't think Dave knows he's going to be raffling it off, but he is. He's definitely raffling that thing off. Whoops. That was Jason's car. Just fell on the ground. Totally kidding, by the way. So I'm going to do a quick plug, if I can find it. I know it's around here somewhere, because I just finished it. This is the car that I did for Jason. It was a box car. What is it, a 50-footer? 53-foot high cube box car. I could show you in this camera. It's a little better, probably. So, of course, we've got the train freak. So we've got a train that says freak. Can't get much more meta than that. Alright. Jason says that he shipped the car before prices got out of control. You know, I haven't checked on the shipping prices lately. I didn't realize they were going up or down or any of that stuff. But that's terrible. Hopefully they go back down, so you guys can send some cars my way. I know that I have someone in the States that likes to get their stuff done by me, and he asked me if I can buy a car at Otter Valley on Saturday. He worked it all out with me, and he's gonna just get me to buy the car, and then we'll worry about the shipping afterwards. Heath, the wheels are standard size. It's just they look small because it's a big car. They're standard size. At least I think they are. I could be wrong. But this is an exact rail car, and I don't think I've ever seen exact rail do anything wrong. In my humble opinion. I can't find my pencil sharpener. So I have one of these rolling plastic drawer things that you can get for crafts and such. It's on its last leg, so if you're hearing some loud noises in the background, that's me trying to get these drawers open and closed to try and find something. Definitely on my list of things to upgrade. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Can I zoom this in any further? Let me know if that's in focus. I can't really tell from here if it's in focus or not. Whoop. I'm going to try and do this in such a way where you can see me draw, but no promises. And again, shout at me in all capitals if you can see my hat, because I really don't want that thing in the way. Okay, so that's looking like something. I know you guys can't really see it. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can lower this. Hold on to your hats a little bit. Is that a little better? Can you guys see that okay? Oh, can you hear a humming sound in the background? How's that? So, Heath, I'm actually testing out a different camera because my my regular top-down camera is out of commission. So I'm looking for a replacement, and in the meantime I'm using a backup camera. Not a backup camera for a car, but a camera that's in reserve as a stand-in. But yeah, so I'm just using like my old camera in hopes that it will work for me. Who knows? We'll see. Actually, I want to go a little bit smaller than that. That's the beauty of these reefer cars. Yeah, I had a how's it going, Steve? Welcome. Dave, how's it going? It says Tao, T-A-O. It's just with my pencil is a little thick. So yeah. Cheech, welcome. How's it going? Happy Valley Hobbies. Anyway, sorry guys. I was in the middle of responding and I got distracted. Heath, yeah, I had a Sony A6300. But I don't have that camera anymore. It was actually on loan to me, and I don't have it anymore. I had to give it back. It was, I borrowed it for 2 weeks, which turned into a year, and then Buddy said, "Please, can I have my camera back?" So I gave it back. So right now I'm in the process of looking for a replacement, and then of course my regular camera is what you're looking at here, and then this is a Canon Rebel. This is my old camera, my first digital camera, like proper digital camera, when I first got into photography. But yeah, so we'll do what we can. Just bear with me. I'll hopefully have things sorted out in the near future. I'm not made of money, unfortunately. Although, then I wouldn't be fireproof. That's a bad joke. Ah. So we're just gonna... So for those of you just joining me, I'm working on N scale, as you can tell by the extremely awesome size that this is. I'm doing a kind of like a Father's Day present to myself. I'm graffitiing my kids' names on a car. This is my own car. It's a joke calling it a Father's Day gift to myself, though, because I already own the car. It's not like it's a new car or anything like that. But that's okay. Who knows? Maybe I'll treat myself on Saturday at Otter Valley. This turned out way smaller. That's cool. Lots of room for activities on this car. Nice little throw up there. Noel. All right. Jason uses a GoPro GoPro Hero 8 Black. You know, I've never owned a GoPro. Never. I make videos constantly, and I've never owned a GoPro. It says it might not be the best choice. What, the GoPro or the Rebel? The focus on my Canon R, Heath, is amazing. It never misses. I will say though, the 6300 was great. I wanted to buy it off of the guy I was borrowing it from, but then he needed it back. So who knows? It might not be out of the question, but for right now, we're just gonna have to improvise. And then, yeah, Father's Day is on the 19th of this month. So I'm a little early, but I mean, this is my stream for this month, so I'm doing it now. And then, of course, when I focus this camera, you can see the focus square coming up, because this camera doesn't technically have clean HDMI out. Oh, man. Oh, well. And then this one here, let's put Adelaide over here. I'm going to do this one a little bit bigger, just because it's kind of complicated, and I feel like I need the space. course, I had to make the longest name the most complicated font, but we'll make it work. The trick is to not overthink it. Sometimes I worry that I'm going to run out of space, but other times I just cram it in there. Okay, let me see what's going on in the chat here. Yeah, the RP, I don't know what the RP is like, to be honest. I've never used one. Sorry about this. Let me move this out of the way. I've never used the RP. I heard it's good. Like, I've heard it's like a pretty, like, all around a good camera for the price. I like the R a lot better. I mean, I've never used the RP, so I don't know, but I've had the R now for 2 years now, and I've never had a problem with it. I had a small repair I had to send it in for, but that wasn't the fault of the camera. There was a little bit of water damage that got into the screen, and I had to replace the screen. But other than that, like, it was covered under the warranty, and the camera still works great. So there's that. What do you guys what show are you talking about here? You're talking about season 5. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but anyway, I'll let you guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll just keep working. Let's see, what are we looking at here? All right. So Teo wouldn't have it any other way. Other than to have me do his graffiti in blue. He's obsessed with the color blue right now, so that's what we're gonna do. John says I should bring you a G-scale boxcar. Absolutely. Bring it on. I would love that. I've done G-scale. I used to, if you're in Ontario and you're into G-scale, you've probably heard of King's Hollow. I believe he's retired now. I mean, I haven't heard of anyone from the shows in a while because of the lockdowns and all of that fun stuff. So I know that he's retired. I don't know if he's still around, to be honest. Doug, I'm sorry if you're watching. Hi, Doug. But yeah, I did some G-scale work for him a number of years ago, and he used to display it in his store as an advertisement for me, which was super cool. But like I said, I'm pretty sure he's out of business now. Not out of business, but retired. And yeah. Maybe that's probably more information that was necessary. Yes, I've done G-scale. Let's end it there. I need a new brush. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. This brush is not working out for me. So of the people going to Otter Valley on... Dwight says, it could be cheaper to fly Tim to your house. Yeah, you know, it probably might be. Happy Valley wants to know, what scale have I not done yet? I mean, any of the narrow gauges I haven't done because they're typically older era. I've done O scale. A while back I had a pretty regular O scale customer. I think I did about 20 or 25 cars for him in O scale. Back then I wasn't really, I wish I was, but I wasn't really taking very many pictures of my work. Unfortunately. So I don't have anything to show you. However, I still know the guy. So maybe one of these days I'll go and do a layout tour of his layout. Much like I did for Chris. I want to do more of those videos because I think they turn out really great, and I love showcasing everybody else's work. It's a fun way to meet new people too, because I didn't know Chris before that. I just out of the blue reached out to him and said, "Hey Chris, I know it's COVID time, but can I come to your house?" I'm having a hard time being able to see if this thing is in focus. I'm sorry about this top-down camera, guys. We're gonna have to just roll with it for this week. Maybe next month I'll have a different camera. At the very least, I'll borrow one from a friend. Whatever it takes to get the job done, am I right? And then the other thing too about this camera is I only have one battery for it. So if the battery dies, we're going to have to switch to another backup camera. And if that fails, then I'll just take my main camera and stick it pointed down. Or I could just hover the drone above my table. And then you guys could see what's going on. How do you guys feel about that? So I was gonna ask if any of you guys that are gonna be there, if you're interested, I wanted to let you know, like I said in one of my shorts, that I'm gonna be selling some Sterling Society hats. If you guys are interested, I've got limited supply with me, so let me know if you guys are interested in some hats. And then also, I'm gonna be raffling one off as well. So, if you guys are interested in hats, you know where to find me. I'll be at Otter Valley. Pretty excited about it. Dave says that a drone shot's gonna be a little bit loud. I also just realized I've been working on this the whole time. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. That's what happens when you get in the zone. Jason says DJ's train's gonna be there. He should get me to. I'm gonna get a drone shot of him, man. I'll bring my drone. He can be in my drone shot. Sometimes I just look for excuses to fly my drone. And I think trains is a pretty good excuse. Like I'll bring my drone everywhere with me, and just some downtime, I just throw it up in the air, get some shots of wherever I am for no reason, and then go home. It's great times. A couple weeks ago, we went out to Kitchener, I believe. I think it was Kitchener. We went to the Homer Watson Memorial Art Gallery. We brought the kids there. A friend of mine works there, and so we went there for some event that she was having. And yeah, flew my drone for no reason. It was fun. Okay, so Jason, you're not touching my drone. And then, what else was I read something else there as well. Split Rock, how's it going, buddy? Welcome. Glad you could join us. Happy Valley wants to know if I'm going to be doing face painting. Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I do... Whoops. Ugh. I do face painting on myself sometimes when I'm doing weathering. Just get a couple smudges here and there of the weathering powder and all of that stuff. It's good times. Where am I? Nope, this one. There we go. Woo! Sorry, guys. Okay, so for those of you just joining me, I'm gonna repeat myself. I am doing a Father's Day present to myself, putting my kids' names on a car. And judging by the size of these, I probably could have fit all three on one side, but I went ahead and put my youngest daughter's name on this side. So we'll get to that one. But for right now, actually, you know what? I'm going to let these ones dry. And I'm going to move on to this one. So this one here, what do I have that I can use? So I'm kind of working based off of my kids' favorite colors. I mean, my oldest two are 4 and, well, almost 4 and 2. So they're pretty stereotypical when you've got a boy and his favorite color is blue and a girl and her favorite color is pink. But we'll roll with it. And then Adelaide, my youngest daughter, she doesn't have an opinion yet on color. So I'm just going to go with purple. Because why not? Jason says to add my wife's name and my pet's name. I think my wife is going to get her own car. And probably my dog too. Not the same car as my wife, but his own car as well. I've got plenty of cars that still need graffiti, so we'll figure it out. Melissa Smith, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Split Rock, one of these days I've got to get a Split Rock boxcar. And then I'm gonna go nuts, as Jason would say. Actually, I don't even know, Jason, if you said go nuts or if I just misquoted you in my video. I mean, I could be paraphrasing. You said to do what you want with it. I don't remember the exact wording, so here I am quoting you saying that that's something that you said. Who knows? I could be completely wrong. Okay, Jason said go all out. Okay, I kind of like that a little better than go nuts. Thank you for clarifying that. That was great. Split Rock says you'll fade a car and patch it out. I like it. Chris sent me a car, a patched out car that came like that from Otter. It was a rail box, I believe. I have yet to tackle that, but I think that that'll look really cool. Because, I mean, I've done some patchwork where I just mask off certain areas and then dull coat it, but it's like weather and dull coat. But it's not the same. Like, the patchwork that you do is pretty fantastic. I have to try some of your techniques one of these days. I'll make a video about it. Testing out the Split Rock method. To get my airbrush out one of these days too. And I'm pretty sure you guys all know each other, but if you haven't seen Split Rock do some weathering, you're in for a treat. Happy Valley. Happy Valley, you're cut off. I'm kidding, of course. Some people don't realize I'm being sarcastic. Michael, how's it going, buddy? Michael says you know no one. Well, you should learn. You should learn. My name is Tim. This is They Make It Like That. I love all things model trains, but I specialize mostly in weathering and graffiti. And then we've got, this is Third Rail Thursday. So Third Rail Thursday is every single Thursday on an array of model railroad YouTube channels. This week is me, They Make It Like That. Next week is Chris over on Go Via or Go Home. Next week, or sorry, the following week after that is Mark on M&M Rails. And then we circle back to Chris for a monthly talk show called GVO After Dark on Go Via or Go Home. Everybody else, introduce yourselves in the chat. For Michael here, who knows no one. John, I have not heard of him. I'll have to check that out. That sounds really interesting. A quadriplegic who paints graffiti with his mouth. He's probably doing something substantial. I'll have to check that out. And yes, Chris, you're right. Go Via or Go Home is saying that there's 5 weeks this month. Yeah. So I can't remember what's going on the 5th week. If you could enlighten us, Chris, I can't remember what's going on. We still haven't figured out who's going to fill in on that 5th month, have we? If it's going to be myself or Mark. I have no idea. So there we go. We've got a nice little gradient going there. Is the stream glitching out there, or is it looking okay? 'Cause Let's switch back to the other side here. This is probably pretty dry. Gotta love my way of testing to see if the paint's dry. Just touch it. It's probably not the best practice, but that's how we do things around here. I'm looking for like a light blue if I have one. I don't think I do. Or even a white, which I'm pretty sure my white is spent. Let me see what I can use here. See what this looks like. So what do you guys think of the new angle? What do you guys think? I quite like it. I'm just shaking things up a little bit. Chris says, one of us will get another crack at it. Okay. I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. 5th week Chris hosts doing games and drinking games and trivia. That could be fun. Just get us all on there on a Thursday, having to work the next day. That sounds cool. Ed, how's it going? Ed from the Eastern Whittier Spaghetti Western Train Shed. That's a mouthful. Welcome. Split Rock says, do I ever use a hairdryer to speed up the process? I've thought about it, but honestly, I haven't done it because a lot of times I will either just wait or I'll work on 5 or 6 cars at a time, and by the time I circle back around to the first one, it's dry. Like even now, I'm doing 2 sides of this car, and I'm circling back to the first one that I did, and whoa, whoops. I'm pointed at the floor. Here. There we go. That one. Yeah. I'm being silly now. You know what I'm saying. By the time I circle back around to the first one, it's good to go. But yeah, I probably will at the next train show that I go to. I'll bring a hairdryer, and that way I can streamline things a little bit more. Do I have any locomotive? No, I don't have any locomotive Hot Wheels. I have locomotives, and I have Hot Wheels. But I don't have locomotive Hot Wheels. Hi, Michael. Yes, hi, Michael. Hello, everyone. Randall, welcome. Randall's here, everyone. Did you guys say hi to Randall? I'm grateful that Randall decided to show up. Glad to have you here, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Where are you tuning in from again? I can't remember where you're from, Randall. I should probably put my camera back so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just working away here. And there. There we go. Sorry guys, the line work is a little tricky to not be able to do it with my hand in the way. I also don't know how fond I am of that color choice. How's the stream looking out there? I see a lot of glitching happening on my end, so I just want to know if you guys are able to see everything and hear everything. I'm curious. Let me know. Can you guys hear okay? Can you guys see okay? Is the camera even in focus? Split Rock says, if money was no object, what's one thing you'd buy at Otter Valley Hobbies? Well, if money was no object, it would probably be more than one thing. I mean, I'm in the planning stages of a new layout, so truthfully, I would love to just stock up on turnouts, but because they're so expensive right now, they're not really on my radar because I don't really have a track plan yet. Other than that, I don't know. A nice new fleet of CN locomotives, probably. Kevin says I need more Hot Wheels. Yes, I know I do. I have a lot more that are not in box or in the packages, so I don't have them out yet because I don't have a place to display them. But yes, I need more Hot Wheels. You're right. There are some that are doubled up behind me, but yeah, I need more Hot Wheels. Yeah, it's called the Locomotion, I believe. The Hot Wheels steam locomotive. I didn't get it because I don't really like Hot Wheels that are not real cars. I'm kind of picky that way. All right, Randall's headed out. Have fun at work, buddy. Feel free to tune in at work if that's something you can do. Split Rock says, is the tag covering the report? It is, but I have tape. So I'm pulling the tape off. Don't you worry about that, buddy. Kevin says the focus is not so hot. Yeah, I know. This camera is not the greatest. Let me see if I can tune it in a little bit better. Yeah, in all honesty, it's the camera itself. It sounds bad. I'm in the process of getting a different top-down camera. I just don't have one this week. So hopefully by my next stream I will have at least a semi-permanent solution to the top-down camera. If not, I'll probably just stick my main camera on my top-down and call it a day. One camera angle stream. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm pretty happy with this pink one, the little throw up. Yeah, I'm doing all the kids' names on one car, so I got 2 on this side, and then 1 on the other side here. Boom. She got her own side of the car because she's got the longest name. But I didn't realize how small I was going to make it, even though I knew I was going to try and make them real small. And we've got room for a 4th if there's a 4th. Maybe down the road. We'll see. Not this week. Let me try something here. Can I go in and erase? If I erase these lines, will the pink stay? It looks like it will. Excellent. So I've painted around the pencil. So now when I go in with an eraser, it gets rid of those dark lines. For the most part. I'm not too worried because I'm going to weather it, so that'll blend it a little bit better. And then I can go back in with a pencil crayon that's a more appropriate color. It's not really covering very well. Gotta love experiments, right? Just trying things out, seeing what happens. I'm actually gonna go back in with the pencil. Chris, you're not going on the same car as my kids. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you. It's not happening. I'll do your name on a car if you'd like, but it's not going to be the same one as my kids. So it's funny, at first glance I wasn't happy with the pencil, but now I think that I'm going in and kind of 3D'ing the letters. I think I can get down with this. This is what I mean by winging it. I never know until I'm done what I'm actually doing. And then I always stand back and say, okay, that works. Let's try that. Yeah, that'll do. No, Jason, I'm gonna leave the freak car for you. Randall, you know, you could just find someone that does graffiti. Only I've never done anime. I could try, but I've never done anime before. I've got some cartoon characters in the works coming real soon, but not anime yet anyway. I could try it out. You never know. Yeah, you know what? I've never thought to use a pencil either. I use a pencil for my outlines, but on this car, because it's white, it's working out pretty nice. And I think what I'm actually going to do, if this is dry, is I'm going to go back in and do a bit of shading. With the pencil on these letters as well. Back. That's a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. That's pretty much the exact same color. I thought this was a much lighter color, but it's the exact same shade of blue, so I'm just gonna blend that out and carry on. What I need is a red. Happy Valley wants to know what the oldest graffiti is that I've done. Let's see here. That's the first car I ever did. 11 years ago. One night, I got bored and thought, trains need graffiti. I have trains. No one's ever tried this before. That I've seen anyway. So let me just try it. So I did. So I think Noel is done. Oh, and then this is the other side of that car. Super basic. And then my weathering, my brother made fun of me for this one. My weathering goes all directions. Like, I just slathered on some weathering powder and just called it a day, because it's like in all directions. It makes zero sense. But I hang on to this car. It's on the shelf as a reminder. But yeah, I think Noel is done. What I might do is just a little bit of background. Nothing substantial, just a little bit. Yeah, I think actually this is a... Yeah, this is a walkway. Chris, this is a walkway Canadian National refrigerator car. So it's actually kind of cool to see. I didn't even notice that. It's cool to see two refrigerator cars side by side. The old and the new. This is one of the first cars I got. I think it's a Bachmann. Oh no, it's Atlas. Old Atlas. But yeah, I had a few of them actually. But yeah, I think that's why I thought it was okay to do one, is because I had, I think, 3 or 4 of them, and they were all the same road number. So I just went for it. Oh man, I did it on the coffee table in my parents' living room while watching a movie. I just put a movie on, got out some pencil crayons and some markers. Mostly markers, actually. I didn't discover the pencil crayon method until much later. So, yeah. I had the markers out and just went for it. Okay, this one... This one I'm gonna go back in with silver. That'll do. Yeah. That'll work. So for some reason... Oh. Okay, it's because I'm watching the chat on my laptop, and my laptop is connected to the Wi-Fi. It's not wired, so that's why there's a bit of a delay in my responses. Yeah. So we got hieroglyphics they're talking about here. I should do some hieroglyphics graffiti. What time are we sitting at now? 9:30? We're doing all right. I think we're doing fine for 3 graffitis, three pieces in an hour and a half plus the sketches. I think we're doing okay. How you guys doing? You hanging in there? I'm happy to be here. Looking forward to today. I'm always looking forward to Third Rail Thursday. It means the week's almost over. Do I have a white that works? This is my gold. I thought I had a white paint marker, but I don't know where it is. I'll have to get a new one. www.amazon.com. That's where I'll be headed. Mark Bennett, Camera Crisis. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Mark Bennett is a legend in the fact that I watched his channel grow right in front of my eyes. When I met him, I believe, how many, you had what, like 400 subscribers when I met you? We got talking about cameras, texting on a daily, and now you're at what, 12,000 subscribers? What's your secret, sir? And thank you for joining my chat. If you guys want to learn about cameras, Heath, if you're still watching, check out Mark Bennett Camera Crisis. YouTube.com. www.youtube.com/Mark Bennett Camera Crisis. Actually, I don't know if that's your URL. Just check him out. Just look him up. It might have been less, actually. I think it might have been in the 200 range. It was somewhere around there. It was below 500 for sure. But, yeah. Now you got people sending you cameras, sending you lenses to test out and give your humble opinion. It's awesome. Just blasting Mark in the chat. Shout out of the century. Mark, you should lend me your ZVE10 so I can do my top down. What do you think? You up for it? Does this thing still work? That would be fantastic if this still worked. Ah, yes, that's why I don't use that one. It leaks. If you have a paint marker that leaks, throw it away. That's my motto that I just made up. Woo! Haha. I'm trying to find a marker. See, I have this white paint marker, but it's huge, and I don't know. This is. Stop focusing on my face. This is not gonna work. This right here. Focus on that. It's not gonna work. It's too big. So Heath, if you're talking about bad camera or bad Canon autofocus, it's just locked onto my face, doing what it's supposed to do. Don't knock Canons. Not in my chat. I know I have a white... Oh, there's my pencil sharpener I was looking for. I know I have a white paint marker. I just have to find it. Here's one. Does this one work? This one's like rock solid. You're reviewing a light that doesn't work for tomorrow. Be sure to tune in for that one. Maybe I can use this light green. I'm making it up as I go, people. That should work. Let's do that. Put this here. Come on, wake up. You got work to do. This is one of my old paint markers, so I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. Oh, yeah. Heath is watching Stranger Things. Okay. I should watch ahead on Stranger Things, even though I've never watched a single episode of that show, just so I can spoil it for him because he didn't watch Third Rail Thursday. Like, come on, man. Third Rail Thursday. Let's get this back in view. Where are we going? There we go. Hang on to your hats, people. It's light. It's line work time. So sometimes you get a little too much paint marker. And you just roll it off with a Q-tip. Don't smear it, just roll it. Bye, Jason. So I always have the urge to push on the nubbin at the end of the paint marker while I'm on the car, but that's when it explodes. Don't ever do that. I learned that the hard way. Even now, like, I can really see, I don't know if it's probably not going to focus on that, but I can really see it starting to glob up on the end there. So I'm just going to wipe that off. Like, when you're doing the line work, take your time and just make sure that your paint marker stays clean 100% of the time, because the last thing you want to do is have a great big green splotch on this beautiful gradient that I just did. There are much better things to do with your time than ruin your work, especially when the whole world is watching. Did my camera die? No, my camera's still working. What are you talking about, Happy? Yeah, camera's still working. Mike! Better late than never. What's up, man? We were just chatting earlier. Come on, Happy. Oh, man. Happy Valley Hobbies, ladies and gentlemen. Mike, how's it going, buddy? I can't wait to meet you on Saturday. It's going to be a blast. I heard you got some cars for me. Someone was listening when I said that I'm going to be offering a 20% off sale on my commissioned work. If you bring your cars to Otter Valley and I take them home, it's 20% off. Merry Christmas. Happy birthday, Uncle Bob. Okay, so this car or this marker is being a real jerk tonight. But I'm committed to this color now. Look how good it looks. Look how good it looks. Woohoo, that was scary. Big glob of paint. Mike said, you said you have a few boxes. I mean, hey, take advantage of that sale while you get a chance. I'll take it home. As long as I got the trunk space, I'll take it home. And if not, well then we'll figure it out. You're HO scale, right, Mike? I think you are. I've seen your layout on YouTube. Beautiful layout. From what I've seen, like you have, I think one section of your layout is detailed, if I'm not mistaken, and it's gorgeous. You're well on your way there, and then I think the rest is bench work right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. But one of these days, when you've got more scenery or something like that, or if you're happy with it, let's work it out. I'd love to come and check it out. Okay, I'm a little annoyed by this paint marker, if I'm being honest. I don't even think I've used this paint marker and it was just sitting dry. That's the issue. You have to use them or else you lose them. We're doing the best we can here, folks. I don't have another one that's a similar color. Wait, your test bench is your scenic area? That's hilarious. It's beautiful. Like the scenery is fantastic. Oh! Change the battery pack! Haha! We lost our camera, folks. Alright. Bear with me. Well, we changed this thing because I don't have a second battery for this camera. This is why we have live videos, so you can see what it's like behind the scenes. They make it like that. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put my main camera sticking straight up in the air, and I'm just gonna use that because I can't be bothered. Let me just take this off. If you guys just give me 5 seconds. Yeah, if you guys just give me 5 seconds, I'm gonna sort this out. All right, can you guys hear me? We're happy? Everything's good? All right, let me just zoom this in. The joke is, this is my wide angle lens, so that's as zoomed in as this lens goes. Let me swap that out for you. Ready? Widescreen. There we go, that's more like it. Awesome. Yeah, I need a new top-down camera for sure. Yeah, this is my main camera. I should have just put this up here to begin with. I think if by next week I don't have my camera situation sorted out, then I'm just gonna go ahead with this one and just keep it like this. Yeah, how's that looking? Probably even better than the rest of the stream. Oh man, what can you do? I should just get a second camera like this. How's that sound? You think my wife would approve? So the paint marker was being unreliable, so I'm actually just putting it out on a scrap, just pouring the paint out because I don't trust it on the car, and I'm just going in with a toothpick now. A little unconventional, but I think it'll work. All right, Randall, take it easy. Have fun at work. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I am a videographer. I know, judging by my streams, you're probably laughing at that statement. But I can get a lot done with one good camera, and that's what I do for the most part. And then I have a second camera that I use for secondary work, and then of course my drone. But when you do a live stream, it's a whole different animal. Offensive bias. Yes, this is N scale. Here's a pencil for scale. How many weddings has my hat been to? I don't really do wedding videography all that much. It's not really my favorite. A fair bit, but it's not my go-to. I mostly do like documentary style, interview style, commercials, etc. Thank you, offensive bias. Yes, Chris, I will not forget. Chris and I are going to carpool. We're doing our part. Hopefully, if enough people carpool, none of us will have to drink from cardboard straws anymore. So, yeah. Yeah, Happy, you're right. Live streaming and videography are two completely different things. You don't expect it until you get into it. You're like, oh my goodness, this is not at all what I had in mind. But it's fun. It's fun to think on your feet. It's fun to roll with the punches, so to speak. I mean, I kind of half expected my camera battery to die because, I mean, 2 hours straight with one battery is not necessarily something you're expecting. My main camera is plugged into the wall, so it's not going to die. I've had that issue enough times with that camera. I'd be just doing a live stream and then all of a sudden, bars. You know, those nice little, whatchamacallit, those TV bars, the rainbow bars. So the first chance I got where I could get a battery that would plug into the wall, I went for it. Because I was sick and tired of changing batteries mid-live stream. However, now I have that same issue all over again because my top-down camera is sad. So I'll be open to donations at Otter Valley if you guys want to donate to the top-down camera fund. Need about $500. No big deal. Or, you know, get some cars done. Proceeds will go towards a new camera. Railfan Man just posted a video. I guess he forgot that it was Third Rail Thursday. I just got the notification. Now, Chris, I don't think I'm going to be able to meet up with you tomorrow, like we had talked about. But we'll definitely be in touch about Saturday morning. So I asked a little earlier, but if you guys are still in the chat, I'd love to hear who all is going to be at Otter Valley on Saturday. I'm really interested in like a bit of a head count. Chris, have you figured out how to get your cameras to work, your little 3-camera setup to work with OBS? Oh man, Mark Bennett has talked to me about this in the past, where he says, you know, I think I'm gonna sell my whatever camera he's talking about, and I'll just say, no, you're not, and then he ends up keeping it, or he'll say, I'm gonna buy a camera, and review it on my channel, and then I'm gonna return it. And I go, no, you're not. You're gonna keep it. The way some of us are with trains, that's how he is with cameras. Happy Valley, truer words have never been spoken. You're on the wrong side of the border. Head to the Great White North, friend. We've got cookies. And free healthcare. I'll give you all my money and my leg. Oh, man. I always laugh at how American television depicts Canada. It's so wrong. Alright, so I'm happy with the outline there. That's right. I think we're gonna make sure that there's some Timmies going on at Otter Valley. Get a big old box of Timmies. That's right. We sell coffee by the box in Canada. Get one of those Take 12s or Take 20s or whatever it's called. Big old box of Tims. Chris, you would probably know better than me because you've actually been to Otter Valley. Is there a Tim Hortons close by? I know Starbucks is better. I know it's better, but you know what? You gotta be authentic. It's the Canadian YouTube model railroader meet and greet. You can't have Starbucks. You gotta have Timmy's. Timmy Ho. Okay. That's looking like something. I'm gonna do a dark green with a paint marker that actually works. Dark green. Dark green. And now, Chris, I know you're waiting for me to break your record for longest stream, but I don't think that's going to be tonight. I don't think I'm going to get to weathering. I was about to say I'm going to stop at 10, but it's 10 after 10 now. So, that ship has sailed, but I don't think I'm going to get to weathering tonight. I'm going to wrap things up here shortly. Just make sure I'm happy with the... Of course there's 3 Tim Hortons in Tillsonburg. Why wouldn't there be? Is there only 2 street corners in Tillsonburg? Because that would be the only logical explanation for 3 Tim Hortons. Of course you did, Chris. That's why you're a Starbucks ambassador. Is that what that is? I get it. I get it. They don't pay you anymore, Chris. It's okay. I used to work at Tim Hortons back in the day. So suck it. No, I'm kidding. I did, though. I did work at Tim Hortons. It was the worst because my name tag said Tim. And everyone thought they were the funniest person and also the first person ever to say, "Oh my goodness, your name is Tim and you work at Tim Hortons? Oh, do you own the place?" Be like, "Yeah, I own the place and I'm working in a truck stop making sandwiches." Yes, I own Tim Hortons. Thank you for joining us today. I was so frustrated. Okay. I'm only 2 hours from the American border, if that matters. Niagara Falls. Okay. Okay, so that's my youngest daughter, Adelaide. And we've got my oldest daughter slash second born, Noelle. I'm gonna do a couple highlights on this one as well, I think. There, just like that. Chris, yeah, that was what I was saying. I have to look and see, because I think I have to get home like on time tomorrow. So we'll see what the day is looking like at work. Truthfully, I thought that Mini HQ was closer to where I work, and then I thought it would just be a swing by on the way home kind of a deal. But it's looking a little bit more like it's out of my way, so I might not be able to make it. Yeah, and then yeah, so I'll see you on Saturday morning probably. So I think that's about it. So here we have one side of the car. We got my son Teo, daughter Noelle. Then on the other side, daughter Adelaide. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna just swap things back real quick. Okay, that about does it, I think, for Third Rail Thursday on this fine June evening. Believe it or not, it's June. Here's the car. I just showed it to you, so you don't need to see it right now, but there it is, N scale. Believe it or not, I'm gonna leave the road name taped off on this side because I haven't weathered it yet. But yeah, that about does it. I did want to just mention one last time for those of you, who do we have here still? We got 9 people hanging out. Yeah, you guys have probably heard it before. Otter Valley on Saturday. Cannot wait to see you guys there, those of you who are coming. And I'm going to be collecting cars. 20% off my commissioned work if you guys want to bring cars. Or buildings. Chris, if you want to bring a building by, that's cool too. I just say cars because it's the quickest way to talk about doing graffiti. But I do graffiti on anything. If you want to bring a bridge girder and say, hey, throw some graffiti on that, I'll do it. I don't care. But yeah, 20% off my commissioned work. I'm going to be selling some Sterling Society hats. My friend who is the owner of Sterling Society, he gave me a great big bag of hats and said go nuts. So I'm going to be selling those, and I'm going to be raffling one of them off. I haven't decided which one I'm going to raffle off because I figured if you win, you might just want to pick a hat. So that works out, I think. Yeah, other than that, next week, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, next week is your turn over on Go Via or Go Home for Third Rail Thursday. Let me stall for a minute while you correct me if I'm wrong, or you can just give me a thumbs up if I'm right. What do we got here? Yeah, just give me a thumbs up in the chat if it's your turn next week. I'm pretty sure it is. I think my wife is singing upstairs. Singing Whitney Houston. Cool. Yeah. Chris, any final words? Chris, any final words? I mean, I could be very, very, very delayed in the chat, for all I know. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's Chris next week. You guys can check back and find out. Yes, I just found out. It's Chris's turn next week. So, next week, Go Via or Go Home. Check it out. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's Toronto time, Ottawa time, New York time. You know, all of those places. 5-hour stream on Thursday. I'm holding you to it, Chris. Not guaranteeing I'll watch the whole 5 hours, but more power to you. Bring it on. Yeah, so thank you guys once again for watching. Can't wait till Thursday. Can't wait till Saturday. It's going to be great. Those of you going to Brighton, have fun. And Mike, no, the record is 3 hours, I believe. But he's going for the gold. He doesn't want me to come close to his record. But yeah, that's all. Have a good one. Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, and Uncle Bob. All of those fun things. Bye for now. That's how I'm ending it. I'm just ending it on TV bars. And this is the end of our broadcast day. Thank you